wrestling is at its best when there's like a bit of realism, right? Like when you watch something, you go, well, how much of that's true and how much of that's just part of the story? So you've got Cody on one side saying, I want to kill the Attitude Era. You know, they were all going half speed, now we can go full speed. And then you're on this exact stage with a T-shirt saying Dusty's favourite. How important do you think were those elements in building that match? Because it did feel like people were kind of going, okay, well, there's a story there, but did they really feel that way about that?
Well, Cody and I have different mothers. There's a 16-year difference. We do not have a lot in common, but I love my brother with all my heart. And I really paid my dues when I started in the business, and I made $20 a night for a couple of years and kept my mouth shut and did my job. And those first 2 years were probably the funnest 2 years in my career. I made no money, though, but I learned because I wanted it and I was passionate. Cody's the same way, but to me personally, he was raised so different. I think Dad saw some of the mistakes that he made with my my sister and myself, and try to make up for those with Cody and Teal, my sister. And that's okay. I get that. I understand. I just wish we would have been a little closer. I was there for him on all his wrestling meets and the special things that he did. Not as much as I should have been, maybe. And maybe that's why he was a little upset with me or what. And for that, all I can say to him is I'm sorry for not being there for you more. The film crew came to Austin, sat me down, and we did this little interview. And this is like right after I had been released. So, boom, it drops. And I'm doing this interview, and they're putting it together. They edited it wonderfully, right? But I just had no idea that it was going to make the impact that it did. And it was like, wow, it made me feel really, really good. It really did. And then Cody drops his. And to be honest with you, for 3 days, I was shocked at the things that he said. It hurt me, it upset me, it pissed me off, then it hurt me again and upset me again. I questioned a lot of things. I took a deep look at maybe the past on how I treated things and treated him differently or what, and it was strong, and people bought that too. So you put them both together, the story is there. We didn't have to go to a parking lot and jump somebody or jump me or I jump him or something like that to sell this match. Those two little things, man, that 8 minutes of video segment, it sold the match. And it's amazing how it took off like wildfire. So I'm always wanting to do more, and get traction and keep it going and leading up to the show and things like that. But sometimes less is more, and those two things did it. And we got there, and it proved it, man. Because I had no idea what the AEW crowd, how they were going to respond to me, because I'd only seen them, the independently watching All In, the first All In, watching Cody do his stuff on the line and things like that. So I had no idea because I knew it's a different crowd than WWE. And when music hit, they played the VTR package, Cody thing. He takes a sledgehammer to Hunter Hearst Helmsley's throne, which was freaking awesome. That was kick-ass, right? Pyro's going off. The throne is dead. Here's the Prince of Wrestling, Cody Rhodes. It was great. Now I'm watching through the tunnel because I'm next. I thought I was going to be first to the ring, but he was. And I'm watching that. I was like, holy hell, this is really cool. And then my music hit, and I heard the people, and I walked out, and they were there for me. And it was incredible. And when we got in the ring, man, and I get very emotional about it. I cried this morning. I cried all night last night. I know a lot of people cried with me, and that's freaking awesome to me. I'm glad you cried. But I cried too, so it was very heartfelt for me. But getting in the ring, standing there, there's Cody across from me. Here I am. The people are taken to me, and it's nice. It's nice to see that. They're taken to him. The Dusty chant starts, and that's it. I'm like, holy shit. And for that moment, I'm looking out in the crowd, and you all just disappeared. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but I was in a different place. I was in a zone that I hadn't been in a long, long time. I could see you, but I couldn't. I could hear you, but I couldn't. I was focused. And at that point, they were chanting that, and they were chanting so many things, and we're doing our thing. I could have missed a couple of spots, and it wouldn't have fucking mattered at all. I could do no wrong. Cody could do no wrong. And we went out there and killed it. We killed it.